So, hello everybody. I have a main board, Asus, it's M2NPV-VM revision 1.01G. I wanted to have this board operating. This board was very dirty, and after some cleaning you can see after some cleaning the socket was giving intermittent failures. That was when the processor was put on into the socket. The board was starting, at least entering the BIOS. But when I wanted to put a cooler on it, because this was very quick and short visit in BIOS because the processor was getting very hot, the board refused to operate. I did many tries to check what's wrong with it, but it happened that this failure was persisting, and even after cleaning, more thorough cleaning of the socket, the board behaved worse even. So I removed this socket, and here is this, I would say, partial dismounted socket, and as you can see here, I should zoom it more, there is a break line that is resulting those pins not holding firmly in this casing. I don't know if it was the reason for this board not to operate, but in the course of how to access it, in the course of removal of the socket, when the board was on the hot plate, 165 degrees hot, after the removal, when I was cooling down this board, I heard a pfft, and those capacitors gone bad, but only those on the lower side of the power supply. So I have to remove the capacitors too. But I was wise after the damage was done, because I bought this kind of device. It is a fully Chinese description tool. Only English is tools for repairing mainboard, made in China, and nothing else in any European language. Even this, come on, even this piece of paper, this something. Here's the socket explanation, and here is the Something in Chinese. Maybe I'll have to put it under the scanner and do some OCR to know better what the idea behind it. But the idea behind it is that it is a tool or device for testing connections of the socket. It has some pins, not all, but only those signal ones. I think the power supplying are missing, and it has an array of diodes and the power supply. So pity I didn't check it beforehand. I removed this socket because now I'm in a position of having no socket here, and I don't know even if it was the problem, but I think this intermittence of processor connection was due to this faulty or broken socket. Okay, I have to maybe I will bring third one for testing purposes of the functionality of this device. Here is a very tired or abused or neglected for a long time board with this AM2 socket. So I will show you how this tester behaves, even for the purpose of testing if I am able to remove this white cover without any distraction from this socket. I did remove it, but removal of this white thing is very prone to distracting it because it's very brittle, and that's it. So, but it does not prevent me from inserting this thing into this crippled socket. Okay, it's inserted, and now when I'm closing it, you can observe that only a few of the diodes light up, and you can see that some of them are flickering even. So this, I don't know what this device tests. If this device tests the connection between this device and the socket, or the connection between this device, socket and the mainboard. I am not sure of it. Maybe it is the sum of all connections. But you never know if the connection between this device and the socket is faulty, or the connection between the socket and the mainboard is faulty, because I don't know the principle this device operates on. So you can see how this device behaves on this kind of board. Now I have another one. I even cleaned it because it is also distraction or the object of distraction. So it is I think in irrecoverable state, because here it's broken, it's bent, but the socket is in a good condition. I want to desolder this socket and to put into my board. I want to make it operable. So now I will put this device into this socket. Okay, it's okay. So I'm now closing it, and you can see I'm starting to close it. How to? Not all of them are glowing. I observed that one here and one. No, now it's only one. Yesterday, when I was trying it for first time, two of them didn't operate. But today, maybe my cleaning was success. So I will try to graft it onto my board. Okay. Before I put it on a hot plate, I will remove those capacitors because I don't want to stress them. Maybe I'll use them. So let's remove them. So let's switch my hot plate to the temperature of 175. Maybe I will lower it to 165. Oh, it's getting warm almost immediately. So and here is my special nozzle, homebrew nozzle, out of a can, but it works sufficiently enough. I'll put somewhere here the temperature probe, and maybe I will change the position of camera. So we have now 57 degrees centigrade. I'll switch hotter. Now I'll use some flux. So the hotter is 360 degrees. Hot plate is now 95, 99, 100. Maybe I'll wait for the hot plate. To catch up with the temperature. I haven't got a proper pickup tool. So I don't know if how to pick it up. We'll see. Oh. Okay, 116. 116. 116. I don't know how this white cover will behave. We will see. 124 and rising. 130. How to pick it up then? The critical moment, if you don't want to spoil the main board, is to pick it up without disturbing any outer elements. Oh, my temperature probe got out. No, 70, 139, 140, 140. 140. $150. Oh, it started to regulate. Okay, so let's lower the water. Now we have to observe what's going on. I see the flux is boiling down under. Maybe the timing will be of the filming. Fumes started to appear. I am worried about the condition of this white cover. No. 155. Started fuming. Hot plate is 157 now. Oh. It started to show signs of letting go. There's something that holds it here. Come on. That's it. What was that? What was holding it here? It didn't melt completely here. Okay, I lowered the temperature of the hot plate to 100 degrees. Wow. Here I see some problems. I'll have to inspect them because I think I ripped off. Oh, I ripped off the. I don't know if I'll be able to reuse it. Here's the socket. I think it's operable, it's not deformed. I'm afraid I ripped off those, but I don't know if I did rip it off, but I'll inspect it under the microscope. Okay, because I think those we have to inspect it. Okay, let's apply some fresh flux. Not flash flux, but flash lead. Okay, I see. I see the idea. The balls are held between those parts of the how to call it, I have to get rid of this solder. But maybe it would be wise to put something instead of this main board on the hot plate. Okay, one thing about my brutal techniques, since I do not care about this main board, so I also did not care about those elements, but it's essential to have some kind of nice pickup for picking it up. Okay, now I have to think of something else as the table for me. Some flux. I think I'll have to clamp it. Oh, wow, wow! Ooh, hoo, hoo. Have to remove all the solder in order to reball this socket. So here's the, it has some that's not a problem. It is still operable, so I think, or maybe there's one or two small, very small imperfections. Here's one. It was not a good idea. It was not a good idea at all. Oh, very, very bad idea. Very, very bad idea. Have to somehow remove those tiny wires. Very, very bad idea. Mister, it's not a good idea. Okay, I have to clean it and think of reballing it. I have no isopropyl alcohol, but have plain alcohol. How to call it in English? Poisoned one, I would say, on. let it soak for a minute. So I fear if it will be a successful job, I have a very fine very fine but not enough fine for those minute holes that are here. I have a processor and I will try to insert it. I see this processor has some dirt on it. Here. Oh. Microscope is merciless. It reveals every dirt. But nevertheless, I will insert it. Okay, what shall we see on the other side? The other side we see no processor pins at all, so this dirt is just a big concern. Unless the balls won't stick. Or adhere. Yes, I do not see any. Ha ha ha. I do not see any processor pins at all. One thing. I was prepared for this kind of surface for putting the balls, but as you can see, there's a different variety. And where is this crack? I do not see crack now. Where is this crack? Self-healing process will occur here, or there is something that I don't know. I do not see it. No, there it is. No, it is not this one. Here it would be more difficult to put the balls because there are only those. Oh, see, here is the crack. They are not holding. I can easily push them down. Those are holding firmly. So here's the crack. On the other side we have this kind of situation. I can even remove this connector. This kind of contraption, I would say. They are coming out very easily, and I do not see any possibility to clean it thoroughly. Come on, it's very sticky. Come on. Okay. This with those flat surfaces for ball positioning is Foxconn trademark, and this one, another type, is Lotus. Lotus is with those blades or contacts. Don't know how they are. And generally, if you are doing this reballing, you need to have a perfect cleanness. Surface should be very clean, but I don't know how to achieve this degree of cleanness. Here is this crack. You can see the crack. But this crack is not so fatal as with this other construction, because if I will remove the processor, I am not able to retract them, so they hold in place. Okay, I have to remove this, but nevertheless there is a problem of this crack. Crack. Okay, let's try to remove this piece of copper. It does not want to go. It prefers to stay. There was another. Here's the stubborn thing. The problem because this plastic starts to deform. Oh, I did remove it, but something remained. Out of curiosity now, I will put a ball, 0.76 ball, .76 ball. Put some of them to see how they spread. Is it visible? Yes. Maybe I can zoom it more a little bit. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Here are the balls. One is gone. I moisten them with my saliva in order to get some of them out of the flask. Oh. Okay, one is gone. Ah, here it is. Come on. Does not want to go to cooperate, so it should look like this. I do not have stencil, so I will try to do it manually. Oh, another one went. I think I have to do it in a kind of container in order to stop them from flying away. But I will put some flags so they will adhere more easily. But I see there is a depression here is the higher point. I wonder if I will be able to do it. In a satisfactory manner.